Yeah, what is about like the subject, like the mafia, the trafficking, like the drug that everybody loves so much to make and to watch?
I think it's this. None of, well, I speak for myself. I wouldn't go do that stuff in real life. I wouldn't traffic drugs. I wouldn't kill people.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. Hi,
Oh,
Jana. Okay. Sorry.
sorry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you. We love Narcos, and and we also love Godfather of Harlem. What you can expect this time around for season four?
Well, season four has big stuff going on because Malcolm has died at the end of season three. So Malcolm X is no longer part of the show. And in the wake of his death begins the Black Panthers in New York. And so Bumpy Johnson's daughter becomes a member of this militant radical group in New York City, fighting the cops, fighting institutional racism, and basically being on the front lines of potential, very severe reprisals. On the crime side, who comes to town but Frank Lucas, who was played by Denzel in the movie American Gangster? And at first, Bumpy and Frank Lucas don't necessarily get along. So there's going to be friction with Frank Lucas and Bumpy. There's going to be friction with Bumpy and the Italians, as always. So I think that what you have is a lot of tensions and crackling drama that can occur in both the crime side of the story and the civil rights side.
Yes, to play Frankie, you have Ron Flynn. What was about him and his previous work that made you pick him?
Well, it's very interesting. I only became familiar with his previous work after I had seen his audition for Frank Lucas. And there were at least 35, 40 other auditions that I saw. And these are the people who made the cut to be considered. And I just thought he stood out for me. His performance, his look was great as a young Frank Lucas. And it was only then that I saw that he had been part of Chicago Fire, the Dick Wolf shows, and also Shonda Rhimes' shows, which frankly are different than Godfather of Harlem. Here he's coming and playing a hard gangster. So I think his fans will be intrigued. And he's a terrific guy and a terrific actor.
Yeah, what is about like the subject, like the mafia, the trafficking, like the drug that everybody loves so much to make and to watch?
I think it's this. None of, well, I speak for myself. I wouldn't go do that stuff in real life. I wouldn't traffic drugs. I wouldn't kill people. But to watch people do it is sort of fun. People who are willing to cross those boundaries, who are willing to risk life in prison. We all like to watch people who live on the edge that way. And I have those are the shows I watch too. That's why it's fun to make them.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, so intriguing. Like, especially like Narcos, we're super huge fan of those. And I'm Brazilian, so that's why I love that
Ah,
Wagner was there too. So I love it. And I love Godfather of
Wagner is
Harlem.
just one of the best actors in the world. And what a great guy. He's such a wonderful man. I love Wagner so much.
That's
And by the way, I'm
amazing.
coming to Rio in May for the conference there. So I love Brazil. I love Rio.
Is it going to be your first time there?
No, I've been there several times. In fact, we did a screening of Narcos there in 2015. And I love Brazil. I love the people. It's a great country.
Yeah, you should do a series about the favelas and the drug dealers over there.
I have
You have a good story there.
yes, there's some very good stories there. Yes. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Chris, I just want to thank you so much for your time. Muito obrigada, and I see you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Rom.
How you doing?
Good, and you? Nice to see you again. And we've been seeing each other for different
Different things.
other projects. There's a lot of them, which I love it. So, how is it for you like to come on board for this season and play Frankie Lucas?
It's incredible. I'm always amazed by, how God chooses to show me that He's involved. Because it's like you put down shows like this on your wish list, and to be able to actually do it, it's kind of like dream come true.
Yeah. What do you like the most about this character, and what was like the most challenge part for you?
Yeah, I mean, I love playing Frank because I think he's a unique character on this show, particularly because he has so many different complex emotions. We see him in many different like states emotionally too. So it was a challenge just making sure I stayed focused on the details. You know, the voice, what I was wearing, why I was wearing what I was wearing, just making sure that I kept up with the credibility of what the show had said already.
Yeah. And how's it for you, like working with Forrest Whitaker and Vincent D'Onofrio, all these amazing actors, very experienced. You're also experienced, but they are like top of their game.
They've been on the top of their game for many years, decades, and I think you can't help but get better by being around these guys, and just seeing how they approach the craft and the amount of respect and care that they carry when they do the job. And so I learned a lot just by being there, just by working with them.
Yeah. And then, we have all different series about gangsters, about mafia, about drug trafficking, whatever. And what do you think people like a lot watch this type of movie? And you know what I mean? Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's definitely some psychology to it. I think for some reason, the mass majority of people in the public kind of draw to these sort of shows that portray, like you said, drug trafficking or murder. There's a level of fear and excitement, I guess, when you're able to not be involved but still watch it happen. And maybe they should do some kind of study on that. I don't know. It's interesting though.
Yeah, because we love to watch. You know what I mean? It's so funny because we love what is gonna happen next. You know what I mean? What they're gonna do next? It's amazing. And if your character has to describe this season for me in one or two words, what Frank Lucas would say to me?
I would say he is unpredictable. Unpredictable and trying to give something different. I say unpredictable and ambitious. I think his ambition really just, bleeds off of the screen when you watch it.
Amazing. Rom, I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to see you again. And I hope everybody liked the season. It's like I did. I love it. Thank you. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both, and coming back for this season. How was what you can expect of Joe and Stella? Can start with you, Lucy.
You can expect that there'll be more tension, and they're both, trying to win the game of, getting the power in Harlem, and they'll be playing against each other and with each other, and it'll be tense.
And Joe and Michael?
Well, yeah, I mean, just exactly what Lucy said. It's Joe is a little salty coming into the season. He was betrayed by people that he looked up to, the people that he loved, and there's that'll do things to a person, and that's sort of the starting point. And things get as they tend to do in Godfather Harlem. Things can get a little messy, good and bad.
Yeah, and Lucy, Stella has a very very, I don't know, strong or weird relationship with her dad. What was this working with Vincent D'Onofrio to create that tension, and also he's also I love daddy, but at the same time it's there is a tension there.
Yeah, that strong and weird relationship is a good, it's true. Because obviously he's far too possessive of her and has killed multiple boyfriends of hers. So there's a strength to that. And I think by season 4, Stella decides to work with him, because when he saw, how she was working with Joe and kind of invited her back to work with him, like wanting him, them to be a unit again. She takes it, but she's still, it is still tense. There's still a friction between them as she's trying to, be her own woman in the family and working for him, but taking the power for herself as well.
Yeah. And Michael, what do you think people love a lot about this type of series, like mafia, drug dealer, gangster? Because I love to watch it, and I think you guys love to made for us. So what was about this subject that people love the most?
I don't know. I mean, I think that there's probably an element of you watch a story unfold with characters who do what they want, when they want, they take what they want. When reality is very far from that, we have to make compromises on what we want. We don't have the freedom of these people to completely, go after their wants and their needs without hesitation or nobody's worried about the consequences. Even though the consequences are pretty severe in this world, it's pain upon death. But nobody's worried about going to jail or things like that. That's just the price of doing business in this world. And so I think it's sort of intoxicating to watch characters with that amount of freedom to pursue whatever it is that they want to pursue. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. But I would love to watch it. It's so funny because every episode I want to see more. I want to see more. What are they gonna do next? It's like it's crazy. It's crazy. I also love both of you have the costumes, like the outfits are very, very on the 60s and 70s. I love that. And how was like for you, Lucy, to play Stella wearing those outfits?
Yeah, I love that you brought that up because Sarah Laux, our costume designer, is just incredible. She's a genius.
Yeah.
She's really helped with my character arc, like that Stella's wardrobe has evolved over the seasons up to this season, getting to wear a lot of boots, a lot of suit dresses, the color scheme, the things she puts me in just make me feel so boss.
Yeah.
And it really helps with my performance because I settle into the outfits and I'm just I feel they make me feel very powerful. And I think that finding that character within the 60s style was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun to wear. Yeah.
I mean, I could show up to work dressed like a pirate, and I get into my dressing room and there's this incredible wardrobe, so thoughtfully articulated. Everything on the wardrobe has been thought out, has been, and you start to put that stuff on. You put the watch, the necklace, the shirt, the coat, the shoes, and it does, as Lucy says, it makes you feel a certain way, and you allow that energy to fill you up, and I mean that gets you to lunch at least. You know what I mean? It's Sarah Laux deserves all the awards because not only us and the rest of the main cast, she's dressing extras in fantastic period pieces with accoutrements and everything. I mean, it's really an incredible feat that she's able to pull off. She's a genius for sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I just want to thank you so much for your time. A lot of success, and I hope everybody liked the episodes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.